Today, Monday's picks from 6 games. DeBrincat gets Chicago back with Senators when Chicago Blackhawks traded Alex DeBrincat to the Ottawa Senators on July 8. It was an admission that Blackhawks were headed for restructuring. Meanwhile, the Senators were starting to stockpile. On Monday, DeBrincat will return Chicago for first time since trade, and will come to town face team that picked him in second round of 2016 draft and scored 307 points in 368 games over 5 seasons. After scoring an NHL career-high 78 points with Blackhawks last season, DeBrincat has 54 points in 62 games with the Senators, entering game on a 5-game streak. When two teams meet at United Center on Monday, as well as promising Senators, the winners will have a chance to stay in line and race to playoffs. 5 rows to save space. The Senators are 3 points behind Pittsburgh Penguins for second wildcard from Eastern Conference to Stanley Cup Playoffs in a draw with Buffalo Sabers. It should be a fun date for DeBrincat. For Senators, 2 points are needed against the Blackhawks, who finished last in Western Conference and lost 4 times in a row. Amalie Benjamin, staff writer. Oilers, Sabres set for compelling matchup. 2 teams, one on brink of being great and other close to breaking longest Stanley Cup playoff drought in NHL history. Create an exciting matchup when Edmonton Oilers visit Buffalo Sabres. TBAS. The Oilers are 2 points behind Seattle Kraken, who finished 3rd in Pacific Division, and hold first wild card in playoffs from West. A team with 4 wins from the 2022 Stanley Cup Final has bought defender Mattias Ekholm and forward Nick Bjugstad ahead of the 2023 NHL Trading Deadline, hoping that Connor McDavid and Draisaitl have finally found enough courage to complete their elite skills. McDavid racked up 25 points in a 10-game point streak, and 58 power play points beat Wayne Gretzky's team record of 1981-82. Draisaitl scored 20 points in a 12-game winning streak. The Sabres, who have not been playoffs since 2011, are 6-3-0 in their last 9 games and 3 points behind the Pittsburgh Penguins for a second wild card from East with a game hand. Sabres forward Tage Thompson has 42 goals, 3rd in the NHL behind McDavid and David Pastrnak. Power play goals with 18 goals also place him in 3rd place after Draisaitl and Mika Zibanejad. Jon Lane, staff writer. Stars and Flames move in opposite directions ahead of reckoning 2 Western Conference teams going in opposite directions play in Monday's Dallas Stars home game of the Calgary Flames. BSSW, ESPN+, SN Now. The Stars are performing well in the Intermediate League, 3 points ahead of second-place Minnesota Wild. Dallas has 3 straight wins after an impressive 7-3 win over the defending Stanley Cup champion Colorado Avalanche on Saturday. Striker Jason Robertson continued his terrific season with 3 points, the most recent win, finishing 8th in the NHL goals and points. He leads a deep Dallas attack with 4 players with at least 55 points and 3 players who score 25 or more goals. This is the Stars' last game before embarking on a 6-game road trip, so expect them to be ready for the Flames, who lost 5 games in a row. After losing 3-0 to Wild on Saturday, Calgary must find some wins before it's too late. The Flames are 6 points behind Avalanche for second wildcard from the West to playoffs. Jim Cerny, managing editor. Monday games. San Jose Sharks at Winnipeg Jets. San Jose lost 5 games in a row and 8 of 9 games. Sharks' Erik Karlsson became the 10th different defender in NHL history to hit 60 assists in 63 games or less on Saturday. The Predators got there in 62 games in 2021-22. The Jets finished a 5-game slip 7-5 win against the Edmonton Oilers on Saturday. Winnipeg are the 2nd of October 25 against Western Conference teams this season. Edmonton Oilers at Buffalo Sabers Edmonton's power play tied for NHL first in the league record, set by the 1977-78 Montreal Canadiens. The Oilers' male lead ranks 4th since 2018-19, with Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins the Oilers' top 3 scorers in power play. Edmonton has scored at least one power play goal in the highest 48 games in the NHL. Jordan Greenway may make his debut for the Sabres after missing a 5-3 win over Tampa Bay Lightning on Saturday due to travel delays. Greenway was acquired in a trade with Minnesota Wild on March 3rd. Calgary Flames at Dallas Stars. BSSW. ESPN+. SN Now. The Flames have been trailing 17-8 their last 5 games, failing to score a power play goal in 3 games after scoring 5 goals to a man advantage the previous 3 games. Star forward Wyatt Johnston scored his 15th goal in Saturday's 7-3 win over the Colorado Avalanche, setting the 19-year-old record for most goals scored by a teenager. Johnston has the highest 5-game scoring streak in his NHL career. Ottawa Senators at Chicago Blackhawks. Ottawa forward Tim Stützle has a 4-game goal streak after scoring 2 goals in a 5-2 win against the Columbus Blue Jackets on Saturday. The Senators have won 12 of the last 16 games. The Blackhawks have lost 16-6 in their last 4 games. Nashville Predators at the Vancouver Canucks. The Predators have won 5 of their last 6 games, including the first 2 of their 6-game road trips this season. Vancouver has been 4-2-1 in their last 7 games. Washington Capitals at Los Angeles Kings. The Capitals have won 3 of their 4 games since losing 6 games in a row. The last 2 commercial buys have been a major contributor to an 8-3 win over the Sharks on Saturday, with Craig Smith 2 goals and Rasmus Sandin 3 assists. Sandin became the first defender to score 3 points in his first game with the Capitals. The Kings are 8-2-1, including 3 wins since the All-Star break. Defender Drew Doughty will break a tie with Luc Robitaille for 4th place in Kings history games. Both players have 1,077